the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
You remember in preseason we would go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. And, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Triple 38.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
The Niners had 1-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
22 middle. And cycle. Ready.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Once more, here's Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Third and 2, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions, and what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Black shot.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, 49ers nothing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Curtis Samuel from 19 yards away.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Hopkins with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And some room to work. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Smith red. Blue check. Black walk.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's complete left side to Gray. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Close, 10.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Let's go.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Striker, 3-3. 560.
Lance looking to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Herbert on first down now. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Javon Kinlaw able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Okay, ready?
From the red
end zone now. They'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Ready, play.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Here's second and a yard.
Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Steal, black.
Throwing now is Lance.
Shakes off the sag.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ready. Black Ultra.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now on 2nd and 16. Herbert for Keenan Allen. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ready, set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fight, 97. Ready.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And Lance now to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, this... to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. 31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chargers open the lead up to 34-0.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Steps away. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a dump off here complete, and he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Charger 16. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Play action, now it's Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ready?
On the ground, McCaffrey.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Down.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Now Lance.
Forced out to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Here we go, set.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is.
Here we go.
Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Set. Ready.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, They're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On the set.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Gould is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put... line to start this drive. The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now a look at the backup Daniel. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, It's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great... And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off of play action, here's Lance. Buying time to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Lance now on first down.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 43-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance
on the move to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd It's Hawkins, and he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Strike 2.
Lance looking to throw it.
Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So, for the Chargers, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
10.